3, 2, 1.
The link down below has been replaced, but I still urge you to head to the link below, educate yourself, and consider supporting Ukraine financially. All the sources down there have been vetted. Your money will go to the right place. Audience, Hunter, we're back. If the video is titled Close Encounters with the Most Difficult Moon, we're not landing today. If the video's title is something along the lines of the hardest landing that we've ever done, congratulations, you found the Tylo video. We are 5 days out from Jool encounter with our lander. Pegasus is already in Tylo orbit. So, in terms of racing there, they won. By what looks like a good 60-day margin from our periapsy right there. So, to periaps, that's gonna be, well, you know what, hang on. Once we get the encounter here, I'm gonna have to do another maneuver to figure out how to intercept Tylo. Hopefully a really cool flyby of Jool. This would be the alarm clock doing its thing. It looks like we're bouncing off... No, we're getting a direct signal to Kerbin. It's closer to us now, at least. Okay. It'll still be a couple of months before we can get close to this stupid planet, though. I'm semi-confident we can actually land. I'm more concerned about us leaving. That's gonna be the, nail-biter, is whether or not we're gonna have enough fuel to get back up into orbit. Okay, yes, thank you. Now, let's figure out where we end up in terms of orbiting this thing. I believe it was somewhere between... Yeah, it's 129 mil. Okay. Cool. Let me just go ahead and zoom. Okay, hang on. It's kind of tricky with the zooming. There's something right there. Okay, there we go. There are the moons. There's Pole. Tylo. Set that as the target. We need to fine-tune our closest approach to... Not a lot, actually. 40 kilometers. Alright, that's gonna be 66, and we need to burn immediately. Alright. Let me go ahead and spin this thing, and I'll go ahead and perform that maneuver. And then I'll bring it back. Okay, we're back. Gonna remove the node and create the node. That will give us an exact estimate, which is still 66.1 for some reason. Okay. Whatever. Just go ahead and burn. As long as we're in an orbit of 40 kilometers, we should be fine. And, of course, as long as we don't hit Jool. Oh, we had an encounter with some moon right there. Actually, it looks like we're not gonna even fly close to Jool. By the time we get down there, Tylo is going to be on the other side. That's good, because, Pegasus had to, just cut the engines by mistake. Pegasus had to do her injection burn in the dark. And I've recently discovered that those radioisotope thermoelectric generators work really, really good. Okay, this has to be accurate as hell, so stand by. This is so good, it's actually pulling us into a stable orbit around Jool. Stand by. 9, 8, 765,432. Even less than that. We nudge. Shit, that's gonna have to be good enough. I'll do a fine tune a little bit down the line. Okay, so that's 67. So it's 5 plus 67. It's 72 days that that Pegasus is gonna be waiting up. Alright, I'll make those adjustments and bring you guys back when I have something. Okay, here we are. We're getting in close. I cannot determine a periaps with it. I think we're actually gonna hit it at this point. I'm gonna do another adjustment. It's another 0.4 meters per second of fuel, but at this point, I figure this thing either has enough fuel to get us into a low orbit, or it doesn't. Either prospect is equally terrifying, because if we do get into that low orbit, then we have no excuse. We have to land, and if we don't, it took me 5 hours to get out here with both of these ships. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth with whether or not I oriented our orbit correctly. And if I didn't, we do have another encounter in 10 days, apparently. Alright, easy now. If this is ramming me into the surface, I need as much time as possible to fix it. Hey, Pegasus. Alright, let's see what happens here. Come on. 40K. Looking for 40K. That is a ram. Shoot. Okay. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay, we're good. We're good. Mechanical Jeb to the rescue yet again. I put in adjustments to raise our periaps to 40 kilometers, which is the only altitude that I trained on this thing with. I don't think I could do anything better than that. That is exceptionally low. So we're gonna pray to the god of space travelers that this works. Don't bother crossing your fingers because it might not pan out. It's another 35. Actually, that 35 will still keep us above 4,600. As long as we're still above 4,600, I feel pretty confident that we should be able to pull this off. There we go, now we're moving. Or we could go for 20,000. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I think 40,000 is plenty. Roughly 40,000. Roughly 40,000 would be fine. Okay, we have a periaps. Here we go. Easy now. I overshot it, but I saved the day. I guess it's safe to say. I'll make the readjustments and then we'll figure out orbital injection. Okay. I got us to 47. Don't ask me how I got it that angle. It was the RCS thrusters. They were absolutely perfect. Okay, we need to circularize into a very, very low orbit at that periaps. Create 1,101. Okay, my estimates were 3,000. I was way off. I was off by a lot. Compared to our 4,621, Yeah, we're landing today. Alright, so... in my never-ending quest for absolute perfection, we're gonna burn at 145, I think that's math? No, 140. Okay, 140. Which means our burn is in 10 seconds. Okay, here we go. The ship is oriented. I made sure of it this time. 5 seconds. That's lag seconds. 4 seconds. Yeah, that's a lag second. Lag seconds are bad. 3 seconds. Alright, 2 seconds. 1. And here we go. We have more than enough fuel to pull this off and push the rover into a sort of landing trajectory. Which is exactly what I wanted, because this... boy howdy, let me tell you about Tylo. This is the hardest thing to land on. By a country mile. Gravity here is ridiculous. Its gravity is similar to Kerbin's with no atmosphere, with no way to aerobrake, which means we need a lot of fuel to take off and land. This is the hardest place to land on, by a very, very wide margin. Eve, you just use parachutes. Lathe, you just use parachutes. Everything else is like, we could get Pegasus to haul a lander over to it and land on whatever else is in this game. This is the big 3. With an extra stop by Gilly, of course. Alright. I'll figure out these burns, do the fine-tuning, and then we'll go in for landing. Okay. We're in a parking orbit. You could call it that. Apogee 44,000, periaps 37,000. I also reoriented us. I want our landing site to be about here-ish. Somewhere between those two craters. Which means I'm gonna go ahead and use Mechanical Jeb here to help reorient us with a bit of landing guidance. Pick target on map right about there. Now let's see if it can reorient to actually figure out how to get us down there. The pinnacle engine that I've strapped to the bottom of this thing is going to carry us at least to something that we can call a landing trajectory. But after that, I'm ditching it and we're turning off Mechanical Jeb. Now, let's see if it can reorient us to point directly at that. Like, if we can get anywhere in this area, I'll take it. And unfortunately, we're on the dark side of the moon right now, so, yeah, better get those batteries charged back up real quick, otherwise, I don't know if we're gonna be landing today. Auto warp is on, right? Now it is. Alright. This is the big one. Hardest thing to land on, here we go. The hardest thing to land on in Kerbal Space Program. Let's see if Mechanical Jeb can orient us so that I can actually get this started. We're about to lose comms, I think. Yeah, here we go, losing comms. That's gonna be nerve-wracking to the folks back at home. So yeah, we need you to do this burn, but you're not going to be in communication range for that. Bouncing off Pegasus right now, actually. It's giving us a decent signal. Oh no, that's the relay. What? Oh, now you're bouncing off Pegasus. You know what? I'll take it. I'm not going to argue. I'm just... Frankly, I'm just happy to be here today. I have no idea what's gonna happen with this, but let's find out. Landing guidance in this is weird. Might actually be on the light side when it starts its landing burn. You might not have to worry about power on that first stage. Anywhere in this area. Anywhere at all. Anything up here along the line is gonna be... No. It's gonna take too long to drive. This is the largest moon in the game. It's the analog to Ganymede. It's... Alright, this is gonna take a minute. I'm just gonna bring the recording back whenever it decides to get started. Okay, time warp just hit 1. I'm guessing Mechanical Jeb has a plan at this point. I don't know if we have sunlight. It did wait a while. We will have sunlight. A lot of it, actually. Okay, why are you reorienting again? At this point, I might just say screw it and go for landing wherever. All right. It's such a perfect spot, though. I think it might be on a hill, though. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. Alright, whenever you're ready. Game. Whenever you're... And there it goes. Okay. We have engine burn. I think it's just reorienting, actually. Apogee is going down, though. Actually, they're both going down. I'm just glad we're not burning on the dark side. Actually, no, we are losing power. We're not in the best configuration for, Actually, no, that's really good. Why are we having power problems? Okay. Well, the reorientation seems to be doing something. Now we're just gaining altitude on both of them, actually. What the shit? I just wanted you to orient it so that we can land there. Isn't there a maneuver planner for this? Hang on. No. There isn't. Shit. Okay. I think we're just gonna have to settle for any old landing zone. Ideally in this valley would be good. What's our current altitude? Okay, that is not helpful. It's 40,000. I could make that work. We need to trim off speed, though. Alright. I tell you what, we're just gonna let this burn and I'll bring it back whenever it's done! Okay. I'm making an executive decision here. We're landing. I don't know where exactly we're gonna touch down. Ideally, I'm gonna aim for a basin like this or this. Probably this. There's a lot of sub-biomes along the rim here. I'd like to get in there. We do not have a lot of fuel to spare. In fact, I'm pulling up the map one more time to make sure I get this right. Anywhere along this line would be good as long as we're above the craters. Okay. I'm gonna start the descent burn. Then we're gonna figure out landing. I'm gonna go ahead and save it again. I do not trust myself on this particular lander. I've made it as good as it can possibly be, and it's still not particularly great. This is literally the best I can engineer. Alright, go full burn. That's gonna flip around the periaps and apogee really quickly. Ideally, we need to burn this for as long as we can. We have 2,600 meters per second of fuel left on it, but I'm not allowed to land with this engine. All I can really do is get us a good landing site. That is the rules that I set out for myself. Okay, which one is longer? Shit, they're both about the same length, actually. Alright. Stand by, cutting it off. You know what? At this point, let's burn more. We're gonna get above this one. It's still gonna be an uncomfortably long drive, but knowing me, I'm not gonna make that drive anyway. Anywhere along here would be good. Highlands would mean that we have to burn less. Lowlands would be more fuel. Let's aim like around this valley, maybe somewhere along here. All right. 1995, cut that off now. Okay. Point of no return. Here we go. Decoupling the Pinnacle engine. That's one. That's two. Pinnacle is away. Activating RCS, enabling the fuel tank. We need to push ourselves away from this thing. Plus, the more we burn of this RCS, the better. Oh crap, the thrusters on the rover are still operational. I forgot to turn those off. Whatever, this'll work fine. And it's time for another save. Don't miss. Okay. And a quick save. Just to really make sure we get this right. Alright. Burn can start around here. Hopefully by then, Pinnacle will be much, much further away. Need to keep watching our progress on this. Take it easy now. Altitude is 33,000. Coming down to 32. Surface speed is 2,007. Good year. Alright, it just brought us down to ×1 speed because now we are on a collision course. Reorienting us to face retrograde. We need to burn here pretty soon. Activating the first set of engines. Here we go. Ooh, that's got a kick, actually. Wow. These are vector engines. They added these as an equivalent to the space shuttle engine. Damn good engine. Damn good. They're also powerful enough that we'll be able to do this. So on Pinnacle. This outwardmost stage is mostly just here to just help slow us down. We're gonna burn through all of it. We will be mission critical in 1 minute 32 seconds. Oh boy. Turning off RCS thrusters. I've burned as much of that fuel as I'm willing to. We need the rest to get home. By home, I mean Pegasus. $1660, coming down way too fast. Adjusting to... yep. Readjusting to distance from ground rather than sea level. They do not have oceans on Tylo. 1600, coming down too fast still. I might have to activate the second set of engines. By. Let's just see what it does. The wobbling is to be expected. It's not the most stable lander I've ever made. It's got the struts on it, okay? I tried. Thank you. 1340, coming down too fast. Too fast. And I need to fire the next set of engines immediately. Now I remember what went wrong. Lock the gimbals. Every single one of them. That's what we forgot to do. There we go. She's a lot more stable. Same thing on the final stage as well. We just broke 1,000. $1,300 meters to surface. Come on, I practiced this like 20 times. Like flying the space shuttle, alright? I did this simulation 1,000,000 times on my computer. Seriously, though, I know how to fly the space shuttle. 330 meters left. Stand by. This is gonna start leveling out as we burn more fuel. Where exactly are we? Okay, we overshot, but that's fine. We're still near the crater. No, we're fine. This area down here looks decently flat. 57, 47, 37, 26, 16, 5, dead. Final stage. Deploying the legs. We can start easing off now. Quick saving here. This is starting to actually look like we're gonna make it. Easy now. Easy. Trying to find the sweet spot. It's about there. Good, good, good. That would be our boosters ramming into the ground. Which means we're close enough to the ground to actually hear that. (2,040 meters per second of fuel left. Coming down at 107. Gonna start pulling up the throttle a little bit. X out, just to make sure my brain knows what button it is. You guys have no idea how long you guys watching this on Editor Gaming have no idea how long this has taken. 600 meters. Coming down at 60. Gonna start raising the throttle even more. Coming down at 30, 27, down at 25. If we could get it below 12, we're golden. 16, 15, 14, 13. The slower the better, obviously, but... Easy now. Coming in, and that's fucking perfect, actually. Butter. 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 Holy shit!
Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away.